What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trell here with
Alec.
one half of a whole.
Hey, yeah, I'm a whole hole you need. Wait, that didn't come out right.
Whole you need.
Never mind. You know what? Let's start.
We're gonna keep going. Anyway, today we're gonna come to you guys with a topic that seemed to work out for us. It was kind of like balancing Yu-Gi-Oh! And your personal life, more so your work life.
Balance.
Pretty much. A lot of people wonder how they can do that because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, if you're really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like we are, then it kind of seems like it doesn't leave,
difficult.
Right? It doesn't leave a lot of time for you to do other things, prioritize, to be specific. But we seem to do it well. And,
we haven't been fired, so...
That's true. That's very true.
Haven't been caught dueling in work yet.
That's not true. I'm not gonna lie. Like, well, first, in my case, I'll say I work nights. For those of you who know, I work nights. I work at a hospital, and so I work with people. And at some point, people have to go to sleep. So my patients go to bed. I'm allowed to do whatever. And so a lot of times, I have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards on my desk, and I'm just like brainstorming, making decks or whatever. I'm watching live streams and on YGOPro. So I find time in between time while at work as well.
I take advantage of my lunch break. It's about an hour, and so I use that full hour to the minute.
Oh yeah, every minute counts, every second counts.
I won't actually bring my physical cards, but I'll like bring my laptop and load up like YGOPro, and I'll just start building. Or if I don't have like YGO update or something, I just watch videos and see what people are doing.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube in my off time, and not even just that. We're also just talking to you guys about it, like not even just like what we do like at work or whatever, but just in general. You know what I mean? Like so, like. We go to events. You guys, a few guys have met us out like at nationals, at YCSs, regionals, things like that. And sometimes those do conflict with our schedule. Sometimes,
very much.
You know, we work that weekend, and so like, can we get that weekend off, or should we even try to get that weekend off? Is work more important than that weekend?
I can't tell you how many times we've been on the last day of an event and I get a phone call. Hey, Alec, where are you?
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Not there. That's where I am, you know. Like this past weekend, we just had Shreveport and regionals.
Yep.
And I did not go. I had work this weekend, so I chose to attend work. You know. I know, and I've never missed the Shreveport regionals since they started having them. But I just felt like work was probably a better decision for this weekend. So the biggest thing to remember when trying to balance is knowing how to make sacrifices.
Prioritize.
Exactly, knowing what's more important, and sometimes you're able to work it to where you can get off for that weekend or for that day for that event and go and do things with your friends or compete. But sometimes you can't, and you gotta understand, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless Yu-Gi-Oh's paying the bills, unless it's paying the bills.
And it rarely does.
And it rarely does, especially nowadays with so many reprints and things of that nature. You always want to stick to, you always want to prioritize it and go with more important. Because without a job, I can't get cards, so.
Fair enough. And I guess, so how do you make sure you can get to all the events you want to go to throughout the year? Plan ahead.
Planning ahead is key.
You can't just say, I'm going to go to everything. If it's near me, I'm going to go to everything. You can't do that.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
You might get burned out. You might get yelled at by your boss. Something's bad. It's not gonna go well.
Schedule's gonna cross. There's gonna be some reason why you can't do all of them. You're gonna want to. You're gonna really wish that you could, but it doesn't work out that easily. And I mean, not to mention, like, it's also in my case, and often he was like, he's a full-time student. And I'm a father, so there's also these other aspects of our life that always come into they come into play with making any kind of decision.
I'm tired after you just said that.
Exactly. See, exactly. So off camera, we do a lot of things, and we want to make it to all the events, and we try, and we actually make it to quite a few, which is really good.
We do well.
We do rather well when it comes to making it to events, but we also have to understand that there are the time where we got to put the cards down, and there's also a time where sometimes we got to like fight a little bit further. I'm like, hey, I want to go to this event. Can baby girl not come with me this weekend? I have a daughter, so
you gotta finesse some things.
Sometimes you gotta finesse things. Exactly. It sounds really bad, but it's really not. It's just knowing how to work things out. But
so let's talk money. You want money?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's talk money as well. Like I said, once again, planning ahead, prioritizing. We know how much we make. I'm not gonna tell you. He's rich. I'm not. Just saying.
We make so much money. It's crazy.
Right. He's not even sitting on the seat. He's sitting on his wallet.
This.
Right. But just knowing, like, first off, we know that there's a lot of reprints that come out. Every now and then we get a new set that comes out. There's always that one card in the set that's really expensive, and we might need 3 of them. You know what I mean? So
and for meta decks, that happens all the time.
All the time, you know. And we're typically not meta players, but sometimes we are, you know. And with that being said, you know, so we have to sit down and prioritize what we need for food, gas, you know, weekly expenses and bills, and then whatever's left over, we can decide if it's actually worth putting on the card. We typically don't buy a lot of cards. You know, we do, but especially if we really want to, we'll buy it. But we typically don't buy a lot of cards, especially if they're overpriced.
We try not to.
Yeah, we try not to if we can help it. You know,
we get desperate now.
So sometimes it's like, oh man, I got a week before this event. I need to get this card. I got the money in my account. Sometimes we're like, yeah, we're just fuck it. We're gonna go all out. You know, we do that. So if you ever have a chance to swing it, then you do it. I'm never gonna choose Yu-Gi-Oh over eating or living. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like
never, don't do it.
Never gonna do that. Like I mean, it's all about being smart. It really is.
I will say this: Yu-Gi-Oh has made me work more. I've had times where I was like, okay, let me pull these extra few hours. Like, just because an extra few hours means an extra few dollars, and that can make it easier to build what I want to build.
Get what you want, exactly.
So it doesn't always have to be, do I get this card or do I eat? Or maybe you just put in a little bit more time at work. Right. See, Yu-Gi-Oh can actually help make you a better worker. Except for the times when you have your deck in your back pocket and you go to the restroom real quick and you just close the stall door and you whip them out. You're like, okay, what are my ratios looking like today?
I have no idea who this guy is. I'm gonna put that out there because I don't do that. But no, he's right though. Yu-Gi-Oh has helped to increase my work ethic as well. Just like I said, just knowing that you want this card and you know you're an adult, you got to work for it. So why are you going to work for it? You know, otherwise you can sit there and cry and be like, oh, I hate that this card is $60. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes prices are ridiculous, but at the same time, sometimes we're willing to pay that price if we want it bad enough. Like you said, we get desperate. So are you willing to work for it? And you know, us having a job and knowing that we could possibly work more and get what we want and be able to go to that event, then hell yeah, you should do it. You
Golden.
Know? Right? Why not? So I mean, I do it all the time. I do overtime as much as I possibly can because my thing is if you're already doing well with your job and you're able to handle your bills and whatever expenses you need, whatever other money you make after that is extra and should be used for something that you enjoy.
To be fair, you already should be financially secure if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. You should not be in debt. If you're in debt and you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a problem. There's definitely something wrong. Go get a job.
Go get it. You're right. If you're an adult, for sure, you should have a job.
And if you're a kid, go get a job. You can start cutting some grass.
Right. You know, try to. I mean, because a lot of people, you know, if your parents are buying your cards, you know, kudos to you. But at some point, that's gonna stop. Yeah. And if you choose to stay in this game and you know support yourself, you're gonna need money. So don't be afraid to work. Like I mean, and I think that's what's actually made us most successful in the game is the fact that we're not afraid to work because we know that we have to do it for ourselves and also if we choose to do this game because this is a hobby like any other hobby, but at the same time it needs to be expensive. So
I value my cards a lot more.
Exactly.
Now that you know
when
I
you
work
pay for it yourself,
I pay for it. Like I don't want my cards to disappear. I want to do well with them because I spent money on them. I put
work into this, exactly.
And now I'm kind of a rarity whore, but we're not gonna get into that.
He's just a whore in general.
Oh.
Yeah. He didn't deny it. But yeah, he's right though. Once you start working for your own thing, you will appreciate it more. The responsibility factors there. Like I say, I don't want my cards going missing. I don't want anybody damaging my card. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it seems kind of selfish. I don't like people touching my card. Just to be honest. I mean, well, these are my friends, so they can. But like, just in general, like I don't like people just.
You guys can't.
He's horrible. But yeah, I don't like anybody to walk and just grab my stuff. Like just, I paid for this. I worked for this. Like this is mine. Because my thing is, if something happens to it, nobody's gonna replace it but me. You know what I mean? So that's more money that I gotta put into it. And I'm not trying to do all that,
So let's just wrap this on up, guys. Give us your opinions on working in Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever stories you have about your job in Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe you were also in the bathroom stall checking your ratio.
No. It's just him. But if you guys have any stories or any tips or just anything, just showing how you guys have been able to balance work life or personal life and Yu-Gi-Oh. Consistently, you know, we'd love to hear about that as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody has their own story. So we've got ours, you've got yours. We like to hear those type of things.
If you like the video, you know, hit that thumbs up.
Right, thumbs up for us, like us, subscribe, tell a friend.
Hit the bell.
Follow us on
social squad.
Oh yeah,
you know who you are.
Squad up, baby, squad up. He's right. Share with a friend, tell them about us. Follow us on social media.
Yeah, we've got an
Instagram, Twitter.
We have a Twitter.
Twitter.
And that's it.
Paul's got a Pornhub account. Like, I mean...
Wait a minute. Before this goes any further, Team APS out.